Hare Krishna, dear devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. It's been some time that I've not been uploading any videos. I've done some live streams, a few classes in the past couple of weeks, but a proper vlog, it's been more than a month now. So I'd just like to do a little message. So the updates are that, the latest few vlogs that we've done was all about the preaching trip that we had during this summer, with the children, about that Gurukula and all. And when we came back, a lot of things changed. My wife and the children, we found a farmhouse. We wanted to rent a farmhouse and start our own small Gurukula. So we had done a video in the past asking for the help of some devotees, and one very generous Bhakta Jumba, we can call him like this, came forward, and he gave the whole amount needed to rent a farm. Actually, the farm that we were promoting in that video, the farmhouse, was not ideal. We went to visit it, but the whole money gathered was the exact same amount needed for this one here. So this is how can I say? I was looking to get that money to get that place and then try to start a Gurukula. Started with our son, and as soon as I got the whole amount that I needed, then I removed that video. I didn't want to keep it there because I didn't want to gather more money than I needed to get the place. So as soon as I got the money, I removed that video, and I stopped asking for donation for that project because I had enough money. Because my point is not to accumulate money and then live peacefully with my wife and children on the pretext of doing some preaching. That's the worst thing that that would happen to me. I really wouldn't want that. As a grihasta, we have to be very careful when we ask for donations on behalf of preaching, so that we don't become contaminated from such money. The point is that we have to use that money in the service of the Lord, and whatever little maintenance we require, we can take that. But if we overdo, then we'll become contaminated. So that's why I don't want to be asking for more donation than what we require. So that's that. Now, if I can speak frankly, recently I had a sort of fall down. I was chanting my rounds the quality of chanting went down a lot, and my enthusiasm for preaching went down a lot. And I can see a few causes for this. So one of the things was, all of this was very, very demanding. It was very exhausting to find a place and move from over there to here. And that's one thing. The other thing is all the impediments that we face preaching in China, trying to preach in China. It's very tough, and there was all the restrictions. Some of you might know of what the COVID restrictions looked like a couple of months ago, and so on. So that affected, and then again, leaving the Matajis, we kind of left some support, right? Because the Matajis were there to take care of the deities. They were cooking, and they were helping with the children, with Kalindi, our daughter. So now I kind of experienced what it was for the first time to be a parent of two children, because now I'm much more implicated in taking care of my son and my daughter. So there was some transition period there. Now I'm good. I'm back to normal. I wake up at my usual 3 a.m. I'm not such a advanced devotee. I sleep very early. I sleep around 9:30, So, but I wake up early. So sleep early, wake up early. And then, so I chant my rounds in the morning. I read a lot more. So in that period when I was fallen, I fell back into some sense gratification. I was watching all these videos, on YouTube, all the stuff that they suggest you, right? So I was watching a lot of that garbage, and that affected me. And so we can see devotee association, how important it is. With the Matajis, we had the Srimad Bhagavatam class every day and so on. So then you might be thinking, then why leave the Matajis? Well, first of all, the Matajis also left the place that we used to be, the Guangzhou temple. They stayed in Guangzhou, but they went to another district, another apartment. And I did not want to be moving again to another apartment. Somehow or other, I'm thinking that the future for these Matajis is to be in the country. And actually for devotees in China, being in the country is much better. You see, here it's the first time in all the years that I lived in China, it's the first time that I can have a Mangal Arti without stress. That means I could take my mridanga and I can just boom, 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 and I was not worried that anybody would complain. I've never experienced that in China. So because we're always in apartments, that means you got a neighbor up there, down there, on the side. You cannot use mridangas. How many times we had so many complaints, police officers coming and so on. So there's always some fear, some anxiety. But when we're in the country like this, you have no, okay, there's a neighbor there, but even that they're there, because of the distance, they cannot hear, and they don't even care, and they sleep soundly at 4:30 a.m. anyway, or 5 a.m. And in the countryside here, it's the custom that they blow some firecracker really early in the morning. There's a neighbor down there, like at 3:30 a.m., 4 a.m., he bah, 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 those big red firecrackers. They do that, when some people is deceased or when there's some marriage or whatever. So there's always something going on, some loud sound. So people here, they don't care, And worship is kind of common here. There's so many shrines for ancestor worships. Each house has got this small shrine in their home. So when they see us offering incense and all, they don't mind. It's very normal to them. So it's much more of a good place for devotees in China to live. And our whole idea is to try to start such a community. As I mentioned in a previous video that this building here, we would like to get that in the future if we manage to get some more devotees to come, and we'd like the Matajis to come. Now they rented that new place. I don't know how long they'll stay there, but once because they've got some family attachment there in the city. Hamsika Mataji, Haribada Mataji, they've got their old parents that are there. So once their parents pass away, what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? So I'm kind of preparing the ground here, and also. You might have seen Emily Mataji. She has 2 children, Austin and Isa. So I would like also to try to have them come over as much as possible and try to give them some Krishna conscious class, make them into staunch devotees. They're going to be coming over very soon. So that's another thing that we'll be filming and trying to make a vlog on. So at the moment, we try to do the schedule with our son. He wakes up, he does Mangal Arti, we do the deity worship with him. I give him a Krishna conscious class. He's got his English and Chinese class going on. So we're slowly getting used to, the life here. Our beautiful Tulasi is turning Shyama Tulasi in winter. You can see she's purple. The others still have not turned. They're on the earth. They're still green. She was that color, as green as this. So Rama Tulasi and Shyama Tulasi, the same. They switch between. Now that winter is coming, she's turning purple. So yes, so the life in the country is very nice, very peaceful. I can take a walk, chant my rounds, but I want to keep the preaching going on somehow or other. So at least let's start slowly but surely with Emily Mataji and her children and see. What Krishna will arrange for us, But definitely I felt pushed to come here. Everything kind of felt in order, piece by piece. Just like I'll tell you one thing. When we went to preach in that province, we had the whole Gurukula summer camp thing. They found out, the authorities, the police found out, and they contacted me in Guangzhou, actually. And the day that they called me is the day that we came to see some of those farmhouses, We drove, and with my wife, the children, and Emily Mataji and the 2 children. We came in and took a look at a couple of houses, and so we left. That morning they called us and say, hey, do you preach religion to some children and so on? They said, we are at your doorstep now. You're not there? So we just left, in a couple, they called us, and no, we went to the countryside, it was a family trip, something like that. So Krishna protected us, and the police was right there in Guangzhou at our doorstep, and hopefully they never came back after that. So Krishna protected us while we came to see farmhouse. So I saw that as a sign. Then I felt inspired all of a sudden to try to rent one of those places. And okay, I asked for donation. That devotee, boom, he gave the whole amount. And the property we were looking for was not this one, but it was the exact same amount with different numbers accumulated to rent that for a 1-year period, including deposit and all. So in this way, I was seeing, yes, the Lord seems to be pushing me, towards that direction. So everything kind of, my point is that I don't feel that I'm the doer here. It's not that was my desire to do this. It sort of happened, And yeah, so that's it. So I had a small fall down that lasted, it was a whole month. I could say that I was feeling, hopefully I kept chanting my 16 rounds though, I've never faltered in that. My Gayatris faltered though. I forgot a lot of Gayatris. I'm gonna have to catch back, but anyway. And not easy, not easy when you're alone. You don't have devotee association, but hopefully I have devotees online that I can interact with. And as I said, now I feel stronger. And we will begin again our DT worship. Our Gora Nitai DT, marble DT that we installed, you've seen, in our older house, are still with the Matajis there, because I'm not going to be taking them from them, because otherwise they won't have the fixed schedule of DT worship. That won't be good for them, But we did take the older brass deities that they were worshipping before, and we brought them here. We still haven't begun the fixed worship yet. I've ordered a higher, to complete the altar, because our top part of the altar is with the Matajis there. We fitted it into their altar. So now I need a top part. I've ordered it. It's going to arrive in about 2 weeks. They're making it now. So once the deity's schedule starts, I know I'm going to get much more strength, serve the Lord. I like to do my Mangal Arti. I like to serve the Lordships in the morning. That gave me so much strength when we were in Guangzhou with Shishinitai Gorasunda. They gave us so much mercy. They practically saved our life, by coming in their form as marble deities. So I want to be getting that moon again of serving the Lord. I don't like that everything be very formal. Actually, devotional service should be feelingly done. There should be some feelings of love to the Lord, and I miss that. I felt that and I miss it, and now it's slowly coming back, and this is what I want. I want to be able to again feelingly do my Mangalarti, feelingly chant my round, feelingly chant my Gayatris, not as a matter of duty. I'm kind of, I don't feel much pleasure doing it as a matter of duty, mechanically, It feels too much impersonal, So that's it. So for those of you who are supporting on Patreon, thank you so much. I don't want you to think that I'm sitting down here and just, getting the money in. If you feel that I'm not doing anything, you can cancel your donations. I won't mind, Anyway, you have helped a lot already, but you can be assured that your money I'm using now, I'm decorating as much as possible the inside. I'll be buying a lot of paintings. I'll be buying the altar, and that costs 15,000 yuan a year. So I'll start saving monthly from all the donation that I'm getting, and I'll start saving so that I can be able to pay the next year rent. So that's one of my plan. But thank you very much for helping, and yes. Okay, I want to be showing you inside. Wait a second, just want to fix the... Okay, I want to be showing you a bit inside what I'm planning to do, because I want to be making an office. I want to start making some videos of a higher grade of quality. I have some ideas concerning this. And here, welcome to our Grihastha Ashram. I'm sure you know these two. So this is the altar. We've closed for the moment. So that's the temple room / living room at the moment. As you can see, our paintings are there. I still want to put another paintings here. I want to put some big paintings here also, maybe even all around at the top. I was thinking about that. So the 3 rooms are here, my wife and the children. That's me for the moment. And that's the 3rd room. But actually, I want to be switching here. I want to make this into an office that's going to be dedicated only for making videos. So I want to get my desk here, office here, with the camera pointing this way. And then behind, I want to be putting some nice paintings and all. I want to make a nice fixed up setup, so that I just come, I turn on, and the camera is always fixed here. And I can make more videos, because from here I can make a lot of good preaching videos, and that's my point. I want to give more online classes, and I want to be making more videos. At the moment, I'm here. Just one moment. So yeah, at the moment, I'm here. This is where I kind of give my classes, and so I put the camera here, and that's what it is. It's kind of cramped in the corner and all, and I got the big wooden bed here. I would kind of transform this room into my son's room. So this is it. Okay, so that's the message. It's already 15 minutes. I don't know how many of you are left, but you know, I'm making these videos for. You want to say Hare Krishna to the devotees? Kalindi, the Haribol. 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 Who's this? Yeah. So our daughter is starting to walk slowly. She's only 10 months. She's already starting to walk. And our son is doing nicely. He's already writing. This is another thing. I want to make some videos for homeschooling. You knocked off the microphone. I want to make videos for homeschooling Krishna conscious children. It's really working well for the moment. Our son can already read, you know, he's only 4 years old and he can read. Of course, not so much, but simple words, very short sentences, he's starting to read. He's good at mathematics also. So actually I can see he's progressing faster than children that are learning at school, even in material topics. So my wife is also planting some vegetables. These are some of the vegetables growing. So this is another thing, you know, healthy lifestyle with the homegrown vegetables. So there's a lot of projects. I don't feel equipped to face all of such projects at the moment, but step by step, let's hope that we get some support, that more devotees come, and who knows, maybe here in 10 years it's going to be one of the greatest farm community of devotees in China. Let's pray for this. Haribol. Hare Krishna. Haribol, Haribol. Okay, Hare Krishna. Now, Mr. Prabhupada.